Everyone, welcome to another lesson that focuses on a difficult TOEIC question. Now I'm Tristan, so let's get started. Let's answer a difficult TOEIC question. So here it is. Now take your time to look at this. If you want to pause your screen, please pause. All right, let's look at the question. The construction of the tunnel, blank, the island to the city has progressed with very few problems. So here we have four choices, and a lot of them look good. Was to link, will be linked, link to, linking. Now, like usual, the first thing you want to do is understand the context of the sentence. Okay, do not just read half of the sentence. Get the whole idea. All right, so you really want to get the whole idea. Now, then what I need to do is I need to realize the main clause here. My subject is the construction of the tunnel. And my verb, my main verb is has progressed. So if something progresses, it moves forward, it develops. So the main clause is the construction of the tunnel has progressed with very few problems. So at this point, I know I need an adjective clause. An adjective clause can describe a noun or it can describe a whole idea. Now, an adjective clause usually starts with that, which, who, when, where, whose. All right. Now, so I know I need an adjective clause. However, to get this answer, you need to understand reduced adjective clauses. And I'm going to explain them quickly because it's YouTube and people want speed. If you need to check these, go online if you need to review them. Okay, so how do we create an adjective clause? First, if an adjective clause is subject plus be verb ing, then you can often remove the subject and verb. For example, I live in a city that is experiencing a major homeless problem. All right, so here I can remove that, which is the subject, and the be verb is, and my new sentence would be, I live in a city experiencing a major homeless problem. Experiencing a major homeless problem is my adjective clause. It is reduced. Let's do one more. The company, which is growing quickly, needs to hire more employees. So what I do is I take out which is, because I have subject, be verb, and I say the company growing quickly needs to hire more employees. So that's one way to create a reduced adjective clause. Second way, if an adjective clause is passive, you can choose to remove the subject plus be verb. If it's passive, let's look at an example. The island, which is linked to the city by a small bridge, is growing in size. Which is linked to the city by a small bridge is my adjective clause, but I'm going to reduce this. So I'm going to take out the marker which and the be verb. The island linked to the city by a small bridge is growing in size. Notice which and is removed here or are removed here. Okay, let's look at one more example. The original movies that were released in 2020 often made less money due to the pandemic. So my adjective clauses that were released in 2020. This is passive because somebody released the movie, so the movie was released. So the movies that were released. What I can do is I can take out that and were and say movies released in 2020 often made less money due to the pandemic. All right, the last thing we can do, if the adjective clause has a subject plus verb, the subject can be removed and the verb can become verb ing if it makes sense, if it is still logical to the listener or reader. So let's look at the example. The woman who works at Microsoft said she was mistreated. So I have who works. There's no be verb here, but I think it's still clear to the listener. So what I do is I take out who and I turn works to working. and say, the woman working at Microsoft said she was mistreated. Let's look at one more example. The bridge that links the two cities collapsed. So I want to reduce this. So instead of that links the two cities, I take out that and I create linking. And I say the bridge linking the two cities collapsed. All right, so let's go back to this question. If we look at A and B, we know these are definitely wrong because they are not reduced adjective clauses and they're not full adjective clauses. Because in this sentence, the subject is the construction of the tunnel and the main verb is has progressed. So I need an adjective clause to describe either the construction or the tunnel. A and B are not adjective clauses. So I look at C or D, and the original sentence would be the construction of the tunnel, which or that linked the island to the city, has progressed with few problems. Well, I have that linked, or which linked, it doesn't matter. So that linked can become verb ing, and I could say the construction of the tunnel linking the island to the city. And remember, linking the island to the city is a reduced adjective clause. Has progressed with few problems. All right, so we've got the answer then. The answer is D. And this is all about reduced adjective clauses. If you picked A or B, I think you didn't read the whole sentence. You stopped too early, okay? So that was probably your mistake with A and B. All right, so we can see the answer here is D, because the tunnel links the island to the city. And link means connect here. The tunnel links the island to the city. All right, so the answer is D. This is not easy grammar. If you're not comfortable with reduced adjective clauses, learn them. They are essential. All right, everyone, please share, like, subscribe, do all those wonderful things. Have a great day.